Hello class, in this video I will be discussing about Module 2 Lesson 1, which is entitled Simple Interest. So first, let's define simple interest or interest itself. Interest is the amount of money paid for the use of borrowed capital or the income produced by money which has been loaned. So itong interest, normally, alam naman ng lahat yan, ito yung pinapatong do sa pera na inutang mo. Okay? So how to compute for the simple interest? Syempre, I is equals to PRT. I dyan is the interest, P is the principal or capital or present worth, R is the rate of interest, and T is for the time. Yung time dito, yung time dito is, ang unit niya is in years. Yan. Okay? So, itong formula na to ay for computing the interest lang. So, paano mo naman malalaman yung total na babayaran mo or yung final worth na babayaran mo? Syempre, you have to add the principal to the interest computed. So, F is equals to P plus I, where F is the future amount or future worth of money after time T. P is the principal or present worth, and I is the interest. Okay, so you just have to know the formulas. In simple interest, we have two types. Meron tayong tinatawag na ordinary. Meron din tayong tinatawag na exact. When we say ordinary simple interest, it is computed on the basis of 12 months of 30 days each or 360 days a year. So, kapag ordinary, 360 days. Ma'am, paano namin malalaman kung ordinary siya or exact? Usually, sinasabi naman na find the ordinary interest or kapag walang sinabi, walang in-indicate na type ng simple interest, automatically, ang default nun ay ordinary. So, for example, find the simple interest of blah, blah, blah. Automatic yun, ordinary. Okay. When we say exact simple interest naman, it is based on the exact number of days in a year, which is 365 days for an ordinary year or 366 days for a leap year. Ma'am, ano po yung leap year? Ito po yung February nyo, merong 29 days. Okay? Ma'am, paano po namin malalaman kung leap year yon? Siyempre, yung year na yon, pag divisible siya sa 4, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 366 days or leap year siya. Okay? So, ang interest period natin dito ay 365 or 366 days. So, example, determine the ordinary interest on 700 pesos for 8 months and 15 days if the rate of interest is 15%. So, anong mga given natin? Meron tayong given na principal that is 700 pesos. Importante sa economic guys is alam nyong i-label yung given. Kasi kapag hindi nyo po alam i-label yung given, dun po magkakaroon ng problema. And then, ang time natin is 8 months and 15 days. Okay. And then, the rate of interest natin ay 15%. So, ang hinahanap naman is ordinary interest. So, ang baseline natin ay meron tayo dapat 360 days a year. Okay. Now, diba ang sabi natin sa time, it should be in, ang unit niya dapat ay year. Kaso, ang given natin is 8 months and 15 days. So, how do we do it? Siyempre, let's convert. Okay? Yung 8 months, ayusin natin. Yung 8 months, convert natin ng year. 8 months times, para makancel si months, ilan ba ang months sa isang taon? Diba? 12 months. Tapos, sa 1 year. So, makakancel si months. So, ano na si time? Meron tayong 8/12 year. Now, hindi pa tayo tapos. Meron pa tayong 15 days. So, we have to convert the 15 days into a year. So, 15 days times 15 days, 15 days times, ilang days daw sa isang taon kapag ordinary, di ba sabi is 360 days. Okay, in 1 year. So, we have to cancel this. So, meron tayong time na 15 over 360 year. Okay. So, meron tayong summation of time here. So, let's say for example, this is T1 and T2. Ang total time natin ay 8 over 12 plus 15 over 360 here. Okay, now, let's solve for the ordinary interest. I is equals to PRT. So, I is equals to principal na 700 pesos. Okay. And then the rate, syempre, ang rate, kailangan i-convert natin yan into decimal, which is 0.15. So, ito ay 0.15. And yung time natin, 8 over 12 plus 15 over 360. Alright. So, ang I natin, let's compute. 700 times 0.15 times 8 over 12 plus 15 over 360. Yan. So, ang interest pala natin ay 74 pesos 0.38. Guys, don't forget the unit of the money. Okay? Kapag wala po yan, mali po yung sagot natin. Kasi pag walang unit, it's useless. The number is useless. It's senseless. Okay? So, yan po yung sagot. So, tama naman kung makikita nyo dun sa ating answer. Parehas lang po. Okay? So, next, let's go to the next example. Determine the exact simple interest on 500 pesos for the period from January 10 to October 28, 1996 at 16% interest. Ayan. So, meron tayong given. Ang given natin is si 500 pesos. Itong time frame na to. And then si rate. Ayan. So, let's label first. Meron tayong P na 500 pesos. Ang rate natin ay 16% or 0.16 at ang time natin ay from January 10 to October 28, 1996. Sabi niya pa, exact. Okay, so ibig sabihin na exact, it's either 365 days tayo or 366. Now, let us discover or let us see kung naka-leap year ba tayo. Diba sabi ko, malalaman ng leap year kung divisible siya by 4. So, let's try 1996 divided by 4. Yes. So, leap year siya, ibig sabihin ng February natin ay merong 29 days. So, let's count na. Ang January, how many days ang January? Diba 31. So, 31 minus 10, kasi 10 na nagsimula, okay? 21. Yan. Ang February natin, dahil leap year siya, meron tayong 29. Ang March ay 31. Ang January, February, March, April ay 30. Ang May ay 31. Ang June ay 30. Ang July ay merong 31. Ang August, 31 days din. September ay 30. October hanggang 28 lang. Ayan. So, let's sum it up. Okay, 21 plus 29 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 28. So, we have 292 days in total. Okay. So, now, I think we can solve na. So, I is equals to the principal amount na 500. And then, the rate is 0.16. And then, the days is 292 days, diba? We have to convert times 366 days in 1 year. Yan. So, let's solve kung tama. 500 times 0.16 times 292 over 366. Yeah, 63.83. Ang interest pala nito ay 63 pesos 0.83 centavos. Yan. So, as you can see, tama naman na siya so far. Okay? Next. Let's go to the next example. What will be the future worth of money after 14 months if a sum of 10,000 is invested at a simple interest rate of 12% per year? So, hinahanap naman dito is yung future worth. Okay? Not the interest, but the future worth. Anong given? Meron tayong time na 14 months. Meron tayong principal na 10,000. And then, the simple interest rate na 12%. So, let's write it down. Ang time natin ay 14 months. Ang principal ay 10,000 pesos. Ang rate natin ay 12%. At anong hinahanap? Future worth. Okay? So, let's solve. Siyempre, di ba, ang future worth ay equivalent sa principal plus the interest. So, ano bang interest, di ba? F is equals to P plus PRT. Ayan, we can solve na. F, ang P natin ay 10,000 plus 10,000 times 0.12 kasi 12% a year. And ang time natin ay 14 months. Now, di ba sabi ko ang time is in a year. So, convert natin. Sa isang taon, meron tayong 12 months lang in 1 year. Yan. Okay. So, let's calculate. 10,000 plus 10,000 times 0.12 times 14 over 12. Meron tayong future worth or total amount of money na 11,400 what? Pesos. Okay. Saktong-sakto. Parehas na parehas. Okay? So, next example. Let's solve example number 4. If you borrowed money from your friend with simple interest of 12%, find the present worth of 50,000 which due at the end of 7 months. So you have to read this carefully. If you borrowed money from your friend with simple interest of 12%, okay, ito na yung rate natin. Find the present worth. So, anong hinahanap? Yung P of 50,000. So, kung hinahanap yung P, so malamang hindi ito principal. This is the future worth. Which due at the end of 7 months. Ito yung time. So, sulat natin. Yan. Ang P natin yung hinahanap. Ang future worth natin is 50,000 pesos. Ang rate natin is nasa 12% or 0.12. And then, ang time natin ay 7 months. Anong hinahanap ulit? Present. Okay. So, ang future natin, di ba, F is equals to P plus PRT. So, meron na tayong F, that is 50,000, equals P plus P. Ang rate natin ay 0.12, and then the time, which is 7 months, convert 12 months in a 1 year, in a year, rather. Yan. Okay. So, let us, syempre madali na lang sa inyo to, shift solve. Okay. 50,000 alpha x plus alpha x times 0.12 times the time na 7 over 12. Shift solve. Ang favorite ng lahat. 4, 6, 7, 2, 8. So, ang principal worth pala nito ay 46,728.97 what? Pesos. Okay? So, that is the final answer. That is the final answer. Yan. So, let's proceed to the next. Example number 5. A bank charges 12% simple interest on a 300 peso loan. How much will be repaid if the loan is paid back in one lump sum after 3 years? So, tingnan natin ha. You have to be good in reading comprehension kapag economy. Kasi, kailangan mong i-label ng maayos yung given at kailangan mong malaman kung anong hinahanap. A bank charges 12%, so ito ay malamang. This is the rate of interest. On a 300 peso loan, how much will be repaid? How much will? So, ito, dahil gumamit siya ng future tense, so, ang hinahanap niya, malamang, ay yung future worth of money. Okay? So, ibig sabihin na si 300 pesos, ito yung present worth mo. If the loan is paid back in one lump sum after 3 years. So, ito na yung time. So, ang hinahanap is future tense or future worth. So, F is equals to P plus I or F is equals to P plus PRT. F is equals to 300 pesos plus 300 pesos times 0.12 times, naka-years na siya, so no problem. Naka-years na, so 3 years. Yan. So, let's calculate. 300 plus 300 times 0.12 times 3. 408 pesos. So, ang babayaran niya pala ay after 3 years ay 408 pesos. Grabe, no? Ang laki nung kinita nung 108 lang after 3 years. Okay? So, ganyan si simple interest. Okay. Next. This will be the last. 5,000 is borrowed for 75 days. Okay. At 16% per annum simple interest. How much will be due at the end of 75 days? So, sabi ko nga, you have to read carefully. 5,000 is borrowed for 75 days. This is the time. 16%, eto yung rate per annum, simple interest. How much will be due at the end of 75 days? So, given na yan. How much will? Nakita na naman natin si future tense. So, ibig sabihin, ang hinahanap dyan ay future worth or the accumulated amount. So, ibig sabihin, si 5,000 is the principal worth or the present worth. Ganun lang siya. So, F is equals to P plus PRT. Okay? F is equals to 5,000 plus 5,000 pesos times 0.16, which is the rate, and the time, which is 75 days. Kailangan maging year siya. So, we have Guys, kung mapapansin nyo, wala ring sinabing ordinary or exact. So, anong automatic? 360. Kapag walang sinabing exact or ordinary, ang default niya ay ordinary. Simple interest. So, ito ay 360 in a year. So, magka-cancel siya. And then, we have to compute. 5,000 plus 5,000 times 0.16 times 75 over 360. So the amount would be 5,166.6. Okay, so that is our final answer. So parehas lang siya. So yon. So here's yan. Diyan nagtatapos po ang simple interest natin. Okay, so na-solve natin ang 6 problems. And I will be giving you the self-assessment questions later. Itatag ko na lang siya or ipopost ko na lang siya doon sa MS Teams natin. Okay? And syempre yung SQ 2.1 and activity. So, yun lang. Thank you for watching and good luck.